got a minute?
Come in.
You going somewhere?
Business trip. I'm leaving for New York tomorrow.
Well, that's a problem.
Well, look, it's only going to be a couple of days. We'll just have to reschedule my community service.
I'm afraid not. The coordinator of the youth center called.
It's just a couple of legal aid seminars. We'll find another time.
No, wait a minute. You didn't let me finish. Now, Miss Carter didn't call me this time just to inform me that you hadn't completed the seminars. She said she had informed the court. So I have to submit a report now.
So, big bad Dr. Ramsey has a crush on Eve Lambert, huh? I like that.
We're not here to play matchmaker.
Still, Frank, this is very useful information.
Don't get prematurely smug. We still have to figure out how to use it.
Well, think of something. In the meantime, knowing Chris's weakness gives us an edge.
Well, if you had any doubts, this proves that Ramsey is deranged. No one in their right mind would go for a witch like that.
Not fond of her?
We're not fond of each other. When Julie was first arrested, I thought that Eve was the general homicide killer. I tried to intimidate her into making a confession. I even put body parts in her Chinese food.
Oh, you're sick. No wonder she doesn't like you.
After we found out that Julie was the killer, I tried to apologize to Eve, but she slammed the door in my face.
How rude!
I don't like people who treat me like something they scraped off the bottom of their shoe.
Good. Then it won't bother you to use Eve to get at Chris.
It'll be my pleasure.
Well, then turn on the receiver. Let's see what our good buddy's up to.
No footsteps. He must not be home.
Oh, you won't hear footsteps. A snake like Ramsey just slithers around.
I got here as fast as I could.
What's up? Found a bug. I assume you don't mean a cockroach.
You know what I mean. Listening device.
Who's bugging you?
It's exactly what you're going to help me find out. Male, mid-30s, tachycardic, increasing diaphoresis, heart rate's 185.
Okay, get him in room 2. Watch his IV.
Hey, what have we got?
It's Sebastian.
The aortic dissection may have widened. Check the blood pressure in both arms. Check his extremity pulses. Sebastian, how you doing?
Fine. You want to dance?
Oh, honey, I'm afraid I'd step on your toes. Get me a CBC, Chem 10, PTT.
Okay. His blood pressure is down 86/50. He needs some fluids.
If we push fluids, his aortic dissection could blow.
Well, it's your call.
All right, we'll hold off on it. Get this patient down to CT scan right away. Sebastian, we're going to take really good care of you. Don't you worry about a thing, all right? Go. It doesn't look good.
That's an understatement.
Look, I'd like to thank you for your help. I know this must be hard for you.
Well, it's hard to see anyone that's sick.
Yeah, I know, especially when the patient is an old friend of Ellen's.
Well, you and I both know that Sebastian would like to be a lot more than just her friend.
Well, at this point, I don't think he's going to have much time to work on that. Who are you calling?
Ellen. Someone needs to tell her.
You're a good man, Matt Herman.
See ya.
Hello?
Hey, it's me. I'm at the hospital. There's kind of a situation here.
Don't tell me. Someone forgot to come in for their shift, and I've got to fill in.
No. Sebastian has just been admitted.
What's wrong?
Eve is running tests right now. His condition seems to be deteriorating.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I thought you should know.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Well, it's not like I haven't done any community service here. I counseled in the victim offender program with pretty good results, I might add.
Well, the court is more interested in quantity, not quality, Scott. Look, you are short on the required hours.
I need a couple days in New York. Now, isn't there any way you can go to the court and get me an extension on my service time?
The court doesn't grant extensions easily.
Well, they might if you went there on my behalf. Listen, this is not a pleasure trip to New York. We're trying to go and dig up some information on Bardizzo. It's very important.
Well, so is your commitment to the court. It's a matter of priorities.
My priority is to my family. Serena's name is being dragged through the mud, and I've got to stop that, and I need your help.
Glad you can make it.
I don't have much time. Let's get down to business.
All right, this is what I have planned.
Come on, Frank. Come on, we have to hear what they're saying.
I'm doing my best.
I know you may find this hard to believe, but I'm not as popular as I look. Truth is, a lot of people could have planted this microphone.
Who?
Well, for starters, Frank Scanlon. He's angry enough, but I don't think he's all that bright. His brother Joe is too much of a Boy Scout to be this devious. Matt Harmon was the son of a mobster. Well, I don't think he could have come up with something this creative. Other than that, there are only a few other dozen people in this town who hate my guts.
Try to narrow it down.
Who knows? Courtney Canellis is kind of oily. Yeah, she could pull this off.
Can you understand them?
I can't make out a word.
Oh, great, Frank. This thing picked a perfect time to break.
If you think Courtney Canellis is behind this, let's bait a trap. What would get her attention?
What else? Money.
You hear that? They're discussing money.
All Ramsey ever talks about is money.
We're missing something important, Frank. I know
Oh,
it.
shh. Yeah, we're missing something really important. He's feeding his fat face.
Code blue, 325 east. Code blue, 325 east.
Matt, thank you for calling.
Oh, no problem.
I was down at the emergency room, and they said Sebastian was up here. How is he?
Yeah, I don't know much yet. Eve is with him now. He didn't look good when they brought him in.
Oh, I should have kept a closer eye on him.
Well, he's in good hands. Okay? Eve knows what she's doing.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure she does. It's just that Sebastian doesn't know anybody in Port Charles. He's, being sick is bad enough. It's 10 times worse when you're alone.
Dr. Pangra, 5542. Dr. Penny Pangra,
Hi. What's the update on Sebastian?
Tests have been run. He's resting.
The dissection has enlarged, hasn't it?
Well, it looks that way, but it's going to be difficult to come to a conclusion until I've seen the CT scan.
Of course.
The Lady of the Moon.
Hey, you. I heard you were here, and I want you to know I am highly offended.
Why is that?
Because you didn't call me to tell me that you were having trouble.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've been telling everybody around here I'm ready to disco.
You're right. And I'm Cher.
I didn't want to bother you. Besides, you're not my doctor. Eve is.
I'm aware that I'm not your doctor. I am your friend, though. And you can call me anytime.
I'm glad to know that.
You're in a tough spot.
Yep. What am I gonna do?
You asking me for advice?
Who else would I ask?
Well, I am your attorney.
Yeah, well, you know, I never listen to my attorney. I'm asking you, as my father.
Well, you could always fire me as your attorney, but I'm afraid you're stuck with me as your father. Kids don't get to pick their parents.
Well, sometimes parents get to pick their kids. I mean, you adopted me.
It may prove to be something of a handicap. I suppose it's possible that you learned a few things from my failings about what not to do.
I think you've done pretty good.
I have tried to teach you about those things that are worth fighting for.
Yes, you did. And you have to trust what you gave me. And let me make my own decision.
But what I failed to make clear is the fact that I do trust the decisions you make, Scott, even though I don't always agree with them.
Thank you for that.
So now, as father to father, your first responsibility is to your child.
I'm going to New York.
And I'll do my best to secure that extension for you.
Thanks. There is one thing. Having you as my father has not been a handicap. It's been a great thing.
All right, ready to have some fun?
Let's do it.
Money's in the briefcase.
How much is in there?
100,000. Once you go to the park tomorrow at 10 a.m., my connection will give you the painting.
It's a lot of loot for a swatch of oil paint.
Well, it's authentic French Impressionism. Actually, it's quite a bargain. I can turn around and sell it for 5 times that amount.
Thanks for telling me. Now I realize I'm underpaid.
You'll get your 10%.
Whoa, I'm the one sticking my neck out for this transaction. I want 5% more.
Forget it.
Fine. Find someone else to do your black market trades. I'm out.
All right, fine, all right, 15%.
I'm in. That's more like it. Now, how do I know who to look for at the park?
All right, the carrier will find you. Wear a green raincoat, wait near a water fountain.
Well, give me a clue there, Sherlock. Am I looking for a man or a woman?
I don't know. The dealer said the carrier will have the canvas rolled in a brown paper, plain brown paper, and we'll have a code word for you.
What's the word?
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la?
Well, it is a French painting. Look, just remember, when someone comes up to you and says ooh la la, take the painting, give them the 100,000. Got it?
Got it.
Some password. Ooh la la.
We're just lucky the static cleared so we could hear it.
Leave it up to Ramsey to locate a black market dealer with cheesy passwords.
Let's call the police.
What?
Come on.
To report a poor choice in passwords?
No. To turn Chris in for buying stolen art.
It won't work. He'll just say that he didn't know the painting was stolen.
That's true.
You know, Ramsey must have a pretty big nest egg if he can lay out $100,000 for a painting.
You know, I'm surprised he's letting go of it. He told me he was keeping all of his money in the bank because he had seen his con man father waste all their savings.
Ramsey's tight with money. I bet it would really hurt if he lost that big bundle.
So we'll make sure he does.
My thoughts exactly. We'll, just roll this up, wrap it in some brown paper, and voila, a masterpiece.
Yeah. We'll get the money from his go-between. And by the time Chris unrolls the classified section, I'll be wearing diamonds and sapphires.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, is Lee Baldwin out of court yet? Well, tell him his son Scott called, okay? Thank you. Bye. Hey, where have you been?
I have bad news, son.
Come on, the judge turned me down.
No extension on your community service.
Well, there's got to be a way, for crying out loud.
I did the very best I could. There's no other recourse. You're going to have to fulfill your hours right now, or...
Yeah, or I'm going to Sing Sing.
It's like you're going to have to delay your trip to New York.
Dr. Guthrie to pediatrics. Dr. Dania Guthrie, pediatrics.
We're at Crossroads.
No, we're at your crossroads, not mine.
No, Ellen, you shared this with me. And you have to feel that. I came looking for you, and here we are. It will be absurd of me to ask you to invest time into a dying man. You will be insane to accept such a proposal. But that's what I'm asking you to do.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you feeling?
Tip-top. Get me out of here.
Well, you're not going anyplace just yet. We've got to monitor your condition a while longer.
Like you did last night.
Well, how do you know I was here? You were out like a light.
The night nurse, she took a shine to me. She told me before she went home this morning that you looked in on me every hour.
I don't know why she mentioned that. It's no big deal.
Well, she thought it was. She said she had never seen you do that before.
Well, you're from out of town, and you don't have any family here to look out for you. I was just trying to make sure you were comfortable.
Comfortable enough, considering.
Considering what?
That I'm not getting any better. I knew I had a limited amount of time left. Looks like it just got shorter.
We can never...
I want to go home.
If you insist on discharging yourself, I can't stop you. But I really do believe that you would be better off here than alone in your apartment.
I want to go home to New Orleans. With you. One last adventure, Ellen. Let's take a trip to the city where we both met, where I fell in love with the most beautiful woman in this world. I want to go back there again with you.
Sebastian.
How many men get a chance to meet the woman of their dreams? And I've met her twice. And this time, I just want to run away with you and pretend that it's going to last forever. Or at least till death do us part.
Don't say that.
I want you to know I'm being realistic. You have Matt, and that's good. And I'm not going to be around long enough to come in between you two. All I want to do is just steal just a little bit of your time. Please. Come home with me.
How do I look?
You're gonna try to sell me a wristwatch.
Speaking of which,
It's about that time. You know what to do.
Collect the so-called painting from the jerk who's been bugging your apartment in exchange for this so-called cash.
Can't wait to see who shows up. I can't wait to get our hands on Ramsey's cash.
Tomorrow on Good Morning America, Charles Gibson live in Macedonia. Plus, supermodel, soon-to-be supermom Cindy Crawford shares a personal video diary of her pregnancy. That's tomorrow on Good Morning America.